Namaskar. Today we are here to present a special program in memory of one of our top ranking doctor, audiologist, Dr. V. Parameshwara. Most of you know Dr. V. Parameshwara was the Vice Chairman of Bharati Vidya Bhavan, and during his period he was an educator for all of us. First thing he taught us was whenever a meeting has to be started, it should start with a prayer. So he only taught two small prayers, which I recite now as we begin this program. And I am sure that he will be observing from somewhere that I am following his tradition. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. After this he said, it is not enough if you say only Shanti mantra. You should recite Gayatri mantra also along with it. So all our programs and all our Kendra committee meetings, everyone used to stand up and recite Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tasya Uturvarenyam Bhargo Demasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is how our meeting used to commence. And after that, whenever he used to preside over the meeting, he always followed a top procedures which has to be followed in any respectable institution. He knew very well that during almost December itself, that his chances of survival or continuation will not be for much longer time. So he made a wish list. Of that wish list, one important thing is even conducting the Shraddhanjali program. It was also, I suggested that also you should tell me how your Shraddhanjali program should go. And of course, he said it should be befitting to my life and contribution made to the field of medicine as well as to the charity activities. Dr. Parameshwara during his lifetime presented many lectures and presided over several conferences, seminars throughout the country and the world. And he has also contributed in the way of books also for the people to educate on a lot of medical issues. So whether it could be diabetes, whether it's fat issues or the heart issues. And here with me I have a lot of good collection of his, including his autobiography. And I'm sure someday one of you will at least come over and make use of these books for the benefit of all. So with these few words, I present to you the homage program wherein over 25 eminent personalities, including the family members of Dr. V. Parameshwara, have spoken about him. So I don't wish to repeat all those words which they have spoken. It is nice to hear from their own voices. And I am sure you will like this program. And I am sure Dr. Parameshwara will bless us, all of us. And his spirit will always be there to guide us. And it's always said that people who live in the heart of people will never die.
The curtain has come down on a glorious era of the life and times of that my husband Dr. Parameshwara, erudite, man of medicine, compassionate and humane, with an awesome healing touch. impacting his innumerable patients for nearly 6.5 decades. For me, his life partner of 58 years, it has been an amazing journey. Looking back, he literally gifted me life on a golden platter. Generous to a fault, kind and loving, he set high standards for himself and expected others to follow the same. Profession and family, my husband valued, pursued, and achieved with his impeccable organizational and communication skills, vision, and clarity of thinking. He then donned the mantle of National President of the Indian Medical Association 1985 at New Delhi. He was installed as the President of the Association of Physicians of India at the Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, at a ceremonial extravaganza. He was elected as the Dean of the Indian College of Physicians 1994-96. His last mega conference was APICON 2018 at Bengaluru, where he delivered the convocation address, a masterpiece, wherein the first sentence was, "However high we doctors may be, the cause of our patients is higher." Dr. Parameshwara has been closely associated with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bengaluru Kendra. They have handsomely highlighted Dr. Parameshwara and his legacy.
Dr. V. Parameshwara, Vice Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bangalore Kendra. A gifted and renowned physician, a combination of professional excellence and a high standard of ethics, a personification of the saying, Vaidyo Narayano Hari. Deeply rooted in Indian culture and Vedic tradition, imbibed in him by 2 years intense training in learning Vedas and Sanskrit under his father's guidance. Dr. Parameshwara's association with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Bangalore Kendra goes back almost to the day Bangalore Vidya Bhavan was started nearly 60 years back. What appealed to me was his affable nature, tremendous organizational and communication skill, infectious zeal, visionary thinking, besides tremendous human concern. Dr. Parameshwara believed in the adage Paropakarattamidam Shariram and hence involved himself in service of society. I cannot forget that he treated employees of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and MP Birla Institute of Management almost free of cost in spite of doing tests, laboratory tests and consultation. We in Bhavan miss his guidance.
The 77th birthday celebrations of my husband and the launching of The Good Doctor at Kincha Hall 2008 was a runaway success. The other mega event was release of the autobiography My Tryst with Destiny, choreographed by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and published by Bangalore Press at a glittering ceremony at Kincha Hall on 18th August 2013, which was filled to capacity by intellectuals, judiciary, medical men, and Dr. Parameshwara's friends, admirers, and patients. This was something that Kincha Hall had never witnessed before. Dr. Parameshwara's address at the release of the autobiography was impressive and emotional. 2 quotes from the address. The first one.
As I look back, I consider that all these years of my life, were but a preparation for this day where intellectuals and great men and women have honored me.
The second one.
My wife Nalini is my muse. One of the wisest decisions I made and implemented successfully was getting married to her. Well, there is nothing to match Nalini in this world.
The house we lived at Kumara Krupa Road, High Grounds, for 45 years is an ode to his motto, dream big and translate it into action.
Dr. Parameshwara is a metaphor for the ideal doctor, a dutiful man, a man with a kind of a conscience that should inform every citizen of the world. When I went through the book with a view to contributing a foreword to it, I was amazed that, contrary to our popular perceptions of the medical profession, here was an idealist, something which is extraordinary. A doctor like Parameshwara. In fact, I remember when we celebrated his work some time ago in the same platform, Justice Malimat spoke about him in such emotional terms. And he offered ₹1,00,000 to his trust. And Dr. Parameshwara was shy to accept it also. And one speaker on that occasion said, Dr. Parameshwara advised him an urgent surgery. The patient said, I have no money. Doctor paid the whole bill and paid some ₹50,000 to the man to undergo this thing. Where do we get people like this? A human being who feels that intense love for fellow man. This is something which is, that philosophy is rare to come by.
My association with Dr. V. Parameshwara date back about 5 decades. Started as patient-doctor relationship, grew into friendship, and he became a great well-wisher of the family. In association with Professor H.K. Ramachandra Rao, Dr. Parameshwara published the full set of Encyclopedia of Indian Medicine. It was released in the month of April 2005 in a well-organized function. My wife and me were fortunate to attend the same. On that occasion, he expressed his joy and said, quote, my life's ambition to offer something solid and enriching for posterity had been fulfilled. He established Dr. Parameshwara Charitable Trust and the Sharada Dhanvantri Charitable Trust, under which he established dialysis center to give relief to those who are suffering from renal failure, and also did many charitable services. These acts show how much he was concerned with the welfare of the public. Many honors were conferred on him. He was also awarded prestigious Dr. B.C. Roy Award in recognition of his service rendered as a doctor. Along with his wife, he graced my 80th birthday and blessed me as a Purohit with Mahamrutyunjaya mantra. In our family circle, he was known or called by all of us as God Parameshwara.
Parameshwara itself connotes Jagadagala, Mugilagala. To compress him and my impressions of him into a few minutes is indeed an arduous task, especially when I have known him for more than 50 years. His transition from the musty, tiled corridors of Sringeri through the portals of the Royal College of Physicians in the United Kingdom, rubbing shoulders with the best in the profession, to become a part of the upper crust of Bangalore today is a long history. His concern and consideration for the all-round well-being of his patients was ever writ large in every act and gesture of his. Always abreast of the latest trends in medicine, Dr. Parameshwara was a paragon among physicians, willing to bend over backwards to entertain and accommodate his patients in general, and in particular, a friend, philosopher, and guide, as I can personally testify and vouch, ever to a generous fault for over a half a century, true to the highest traditions of the Vedantic concept of Vaidyo Narayana Hari.
I remember the time when he was in charge of an international conference where many doctors from all over the world came, and he had called me and he said, "Vimla, I would like to have a good present to give to our foreign friends. Would you help me?" I said yes, and with the aid of a very well-known artist of ours who said she would do it for me, we selected the picture of Dhanvantari, the god of medicine of our great country, India. And Neela Panch made a number of paintings of this great doctor. And this was handed over to him. After it was over, I can never forget what he said to me. He said, "Vimla, what you had done for this is really something great. And the doctors to whom this present was given really appreciated it. Thank you very much," he said. I can never forget that particular episode. And he's always there in my memory. A great doctor, a great artist, a person who has helped hundreds and thousands of people to take care of themselves. So to me, he's a great doctor, a great person, and a younger brother. He will always be in my thoughts and in my heart.
I am one of the fortunate physicians who have known Dr. Parameshwara very closely. Much has been documented about his medical prowess and huge accomplishments. I wish to dwell on the human side of his nature. His life was a lesson in fortitude, perseverance, and quest for perfection in all he did. These are elegantly worthy of emulation. Those of us in his inner circle marveled at these qualities which made him a towering personality in India as well as abroad. I, for one, have learnt a lot about life from Dr. VP. These will guide me and many other like-minded people. Needless to say, we will all miss him very badly, but we should have the feeling that God had gifted us with this person who shaped so many lives and so many careers without expecting anything in return. His memories will remain with us for a very long time, joyously and reverentially.
This is about my mentor, Dr. V. Parameshwara. I heard his name back in 1968-69 when I was a medical student in Bangalore Medical College. When I was in the clinical classes, one doctor, lecturer who was taking a class on diabetic, he said the many of the researchers done in the world is from outside India, but here is one person in Bangalore who is doing an extensive community survey on diabetes, and that was Dr. V. Parameshwara. That was the first time I heard of him. Subsequent to that, it was in 1973-74. It was in the general body meeting of IMA, that's the Indian Medical Association. We were all in the Bangalore branch, and there I saw him for the first time. How well he conducted the general body meeting, I was really amazed, the way that he took everybody into confidence and conducted the meeting. He was a excellent public relation and capability. That is the one which I learned from him. And that was the time he brought out the IMA focus that was meant for the public. What his concept was, it is not just sufficient and for the doctors to know what they are doing, but the public should know what the doctors are doing. Then only the people will respect the doctors, the kind of a service they do. And he is the one who brought out the IMA focus. Today it is still running, and it's an education for the public of Karnataka. That was the time I thought, if anybody that I should follow, it is this man, and I should really follow him.
We at Mallige Medical Center had the privilege of close association with Dr. V. Parameshwara for over 4 decades. Right from the time our hospital was established in the year 1979, he has been admitting his patients for care and treatment here, and he was personally visiting our hospital almost every day. And he has been a guide, friend, a mentor for our hospital, and he has helped us improve the hospital to a great extent towards better patient care. Until towards a few months before he passed away, he used to visit our hospital regularly. We have fond memories of interaction with him and Dr. Nalini Parameshwara. We have enjoyed their hospitality, visited their house many a time, and the last time we were together was a few months ago when his son Dr. Ashin was here from US. At that time Dr. Parameshwara was in pain and he was feeling very weak. In spite of that, both husband, wife and son gave us personal attention and looked after us. We miss him.
It is my honor and privilege to tell about a great personality, Dr. Parameshwara V. You know that his contribution towards our Indian Medical Association is a lot. Tremendous academic experience he has got. And he became president of IMA Bangalore branch during 1980. And I think during 1985 he was the president of Indian Medical Association Karnataka State. Subsequently, he has become national IMA president also. He is a famous personality. His contribution, especially scientific knowledge, everything is a tremendous. It is not explainable also, these things. And he has done a lot of work in Indian Medical Association.
I must add a personal note to my tribute to Dr. V. Parameshwara. I spoke at the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan on Hanuman as part of the program during Navaratri. My speech was published in the Bhavan's newsletter. Dr. V. Parameshwara very affectionately wrote to me saying, "It was a source of pleasure to go through your discourse on Sundarakanda Sundara published in Karnataka News of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. This erudite discourse on Vayuputra Hanuman in different forms depicts your depth of knowledge on the subject." I am referring to this for the reason that Dr. V. Parameshwara need not have written this to me, but it was his affection and regard for me and his interest in the subject which made him write this letter. I treasure this compliment of Dr. V. Parameshwara for the rest of my life.
One salient point of mine, in 1988, I was coming from Chandigarh, and in between, they took me in ambulance from Karnal to Delhi. Since Dr. Saab had a seminar and had come there as a president, it was not understood how he came to know. He came there before I was taken to hospital. He was present and checked me. And he said, nothing to worry, everything will be all right. I have checked up, nothing to bother. So that day, I cannot forget the love and regards he had for me and the family.
It started in way back 1968 when I was a student of Bangalore Medical College studying 4th MBBS. He was my teacher. One day he called me and he asked me, I want to get the Bangalore Medical College auditorium to be decorated for the All India Radiological Conference in 1968. That's how I came in contact with Dr. V. Parameshwar. That's how it started, our association. Then the next was the Diabetic Detective Drive, which is a huge one comprising of 55,000 people of Basangudi and Shankarpuram. It's a gigantic manual survey. It was done under the banner of Indian Medical Association led by Dr. V. Parameshwar. In this drive, I have yet to see a person holding an MRCP qualification, holding the urine bottles, going to house and collect the urine sample. That shows how much of concern he has got towards the society and the health. I was benefited by him so much. I learned so many things about medicine, especially the bedside manners. If at all anybody wants to learn a bedside manner, he was a model, really, which impressed me a lot. And even today, I am following his teachings in my routine practice.
My father was a great role model and a very powerful influence in my life. He was one of those rare people who lived and led by example, who embodied do as I do, not do as I say, something I have tried to emulate in my own life. He was a very enlightened and egalitarian man, despite living in a patriarchal society, and encouraged me, his daughter, to dream big dreams, to pursue higher education, and to make my own decisions. He always told me, a daughter is as good as a son, and there is always a vacancy in the top post. One of the key values that he modeled in his life was to treat people the same way regardless of their status. He attributed this to be one of the main reasons for his success as a physician and as a human being. He often told me, be kind, it costs nothing to be kind. While I will miss him deeply, I choose to celebrate his extraordinary life as a wise parent, a great physician, and a remarkable human being.
My father, Dr. Parameshwara, had a truly remarkable life. A self-made man, he overcame many obstacles to become a leading doctor who touched the lives of many people. To me, he was an affectionate and devoted father and a great influence. He stressed the importance of financial security, but at the same time reminded us of the dangers of materialism. He believed in treating people equally and with compassion. He liked to say, "Don't judge people too harshly. You don't know their circumstances." These were not just fine words, but principles he implemented every day of his life. Over time, it won him many friends and the respect of all sections of society. He had a knack for putting his point across. He liked to say, of all the gifts, the greatest gift is that of good health. If you lose anything else, there is some way to start over again. But if you lose your health, there's very little you can do. He was also a broad-minded man. I remember when I decided to pursue an unconventional career path, he was naturally anxious to begin with.
My tribute to Dr. Parameshwara is in the form of a life lesson. He was a student for life, and he taught me this invaluable lesson of being intellectually curious on a topic that we like. In his 80s, he would consume journals of medicine to keep up to date in the field of medicine. That is something that I found incredible and a lesson that I learned from him. I would like to strive to be the same. And I would also like to thank him for his guidance and this invaluable lesson he has taught me.
Some of the best memories I have are of spending time with him at the dining table in Amma and Papa's house, discussing a variety of topics that, of course, he was immensely knowledgeable about. He placed a high value on hard work and self-sufficiency. During one of our conversations, I casually mentioned that the earrings I was wearing that day had been purchased from my first salary, and he immediately recognized the special significance they held for me. On our yearly visits to Bangalore, I had the opportunity to cook for him and Amma. I'm grateful I got a chance to do that. Papa was always so generous with his appreciation of simple things I would make. When we spoke to him regularly on the phone, he would say, "How are you, Rashmi?" in this warm manner that I can still hear very clearly whenever I think of him. In all our conversations, his advice would be to prioritize health and focus on good nutrition, especially for the kids. He emphasized the importance of a good work-life balance and that younger years are the best time to enjoy life, travel with family, and make memories. I'll forever cherish the memories of our visits and the time we spent with Papa. I really miss him dearly.
First time when we went to meet the Dr. and Mrs. Parameshwara, we were a little unsure about ourselves. Having known his achievements and his stature, we were not quite sure how our visit would be. And when we did visit them, it was a very beautiful experience, and we were bowled over by his generosity, his kindness, and his humility. In fact, as the wedding progressed, there's a very interesting story which my wife will narrate to you.
The day before at least the night before the wedding, I got a surprise call from Dr. Parameshwara, and I guess he had noticed that I was very anxious over the wedding preparations. So he, with his kind words and full of wisdom, he calmed my nerves. This is a rare gesture for me, and it was very touching because this gesture was shown to a bride's mother by the bridegroom's father. That's what it really has been etched in my memory.
Shanta, and I believe that it was the greatest divine blessings to us after having got Dr. Parameshwar as our brother-in-law. He turned his interest to see that medical education is spread even in the rural areas, and that is how he inspired me to open the medical college and a hospital for the poor, and this will be always remembered by me, and he will always be my mentor, my guide, my philosopher, and my doctor. But I must at this time remember the contribution made in his great achievements by my dear sister Nalini. She stood with him as a pillar of strength, sharing all his success and seeing that she supported him in all his activities and achievements. And I still remember his last words to me, that I'm indeed very, very proud of your sister to be my wife, because she has taken such good care of me that it was very, very difficult to expect in today's world. Parameshwar Baba will always remain in our memory forever, and I and my wife will always remember him in our prayers, in our thoughts, and it will be our desire to emulate him, to see that we are able to serve the community. I pray along with my wife that may God grant him the best of everything in heaven, and that he will always remain in our hearts.
ನಾನು ಅವರನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮರೀಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಅವರ ವಿಷಯ ನಾನು ನೆನೆಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ. ಅವರ ಮಾತು, ಅವರೊಂದು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಆ ದಿವಸ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನನಗೆ. 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಅವರು ಅಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಂದು ತನಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮೇಲಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಆದರೆ ಹೇಳೋದಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ನೀವು ಹುಷಾರು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ, ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಭಾವ ಸಿಕ್ಕಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನನಗಿದು 1 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವಳ ನಳಿನಿಯೂ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ಗಂಡನನ್ನು ಪಡೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಅವಳು ಹಾಗೆ ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಲು. ನಳಿನಿ ಸಹ ಗಂಡನನ್ನು ದೇವರಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಲು.
ಅಣ್ಣ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ದಂಪತಿಗಳು ನನಗೆ 2ನೆಯ ಪೋಷಕರಿದ್ದಂತೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಣ್ಣ ಬೀರಿದ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಅಪಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಹಂತಗಳಿಗೆ ತಿರುವು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಅವರಿಂದಲೇ. ಇದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ಚರಿತ್ರೆ ಪರಮಹೃದಯನ್ನು ಬರೆದದ್ದು. ಅದು 3 ಮುರುಮುದ್ರಣಗಳನ್ನು ಕಂಡದ್ದು ಅವರ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯತೆಗೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ. ನನಗಿಂತಲೂ ನೀನು ಬರೆದ ಪುಸ್ತಕವೇ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳುವಷ್ಟು ವಿನಯವಂತಿಕೆ ಅವರದ್ದು. ಆ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು, ನರಹರಿ, ನನಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ ಇದ್ದಂತೆ ಎಂದದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ ಕ್ಷಣವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನನ್ನಂತಹ ತಮ್ಮ ಅನೇಕರಿಗೆ ದೊರಕಿರಬಹುದು, ಆದರೆ ಅವರಂತಹ ಅಣ್ಣ ದೊರಕುವುದು ದುರ್ಲಭ. ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರತಿಭಾವಂತ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಸಾಧಿಸಬಹುದಾದದ್ದನ್ನು ಅವರೊಬ್ಬರೇ ಸಾಧಿಸಿದ್ದೇ ಅವರ ಹಿರಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತದೆ. ಕೃತಂ ಸ್ಮರ ಕೃತೋಸ್ಮರ, ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನೆನೆ, ಮಾಡಿದವನನ್ನು ನೆನೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸದ್ಗತಿ ದೊರಕಲಿ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ.
My memories of Parameshwar uncle goes back 45-50 years when I was a young boy staying in Shantinagar. Anytime I was feeling ill, I'd walk up Lakshmi Road to Parameshwar uncle's clinic. Whenever I entered, the waiting room was full of people. After some time, uncle will call me in, patiently listen to me, give me a prescription, and then he would get up and walk me out of his clinic with his hand on my shoulder, telling me, "Don't worry, Arvind, you will be fine." So even before I left his clinic, I'm already feeling so much better. So at a very early age, I knew that Parmeshwar uncle was a very good doctor, not only because of the crowds that were waiting outside his clinic, but also because of his magical healing touch.
His last visit to our house with Auntie is so clearly etched in my mind. My daughters Namita, Ankita and I enjoyed our conversation with him, and that's the time I realized Uncle's ability to converse with any age group. Like the saying goes, behind every successful man is a wonderful lady there, and Auntie, you have been his source of strength throughout. We will always miss you, Uncle.
I remember soon after both my aunt and uncle came back from UK, probably in the mid-60s. My father and his brothers had organized a small get-together at home for the entire family. And I remember as youngsters back then, my cousins and I, we sat down on the floor and paid rapt attention to all the stories that Dr. Parmeshwar was telling us about his experiences in London and Edinburgh. It was truly an eye-opener for the entire family at that point in time. All the people whose lives Dr. Parmeshwar touched would remember him very, very fondly, not only for his expertise in the medical field, but also his humane nature, genuine love and warmth. May his soul rest in peace, and may God give strength to dear Nalini Aunty, Aparna, Ashwin and their family members to tide over these extremely difficult times. I am blessed to have had Parmeshwar uncle touch my life in the way only he could have.
For all those who would have visited his clinic, could not have missed seeing that image on his table all the time, which had a tiger and a crocodile in it. I asked him once what was that, or what was the significance of that on his table. He explained to me thus. He said, "Prashant, it's a philosophy. It's a philosophy of how you want to lead your life. These are two different animals, and you can choose to be any animal you want to be. You can be this violent, angry, and roaring animal like a tiger who would have a very short-lived life, or you can be like the crocodile, peaceful, calm, and yet doing all your jobs and live a very long life. You can choose to be any one of these animals, and either one of is right."
Dr. Parmeshwar was associated with our family for more than 3 decades. He was a family doctor for 3 generations: my parents, myself, my wife, and my children. On one another occasion, when my father was being treated by him, who was more than 80 years old, he complained, saying that he had swollen feet, and Dr. Parmeshwar, while treating him, said because of salt water accumulated in the feet had swollen. Like the salty water enters the sea, there will be salty water in the leg, producing swollen feet as such. Thereby he recommended that the salt intake should be reduced. These were the simple analogies given by Dr. Parmeshwar for the purposes of treatment, which were understandable by common man also.
He is one of the first cardiologists in Bangalore city. He is well known to all the doctors. He is more interested in to teach the students, particularly MBBS students and also other social activities. I am missing last of his association, and also I am very sorry to call that loss that our beloved Parmeshwara.
Dr. V. Parmeshwara is my family friend. He is such a simple, noble and kind-hearted doctor with so many degrees, and is one of the best cardiologists in India. He had a clinic in Fairfield layout, and he would never charge to his closest friends, and also If he thinks a client or a customer cannot pay, or maybe the doctor who come to see cannot pay, he will not charge him also. And more than that, both Dr. Nalini, his wife, and doctor are always as a close couple. Anywhere they go together, and they sit in a quiet place, have half an hour. In most of the clubs, they sit for half an hour and then get back. Such a nice couple they are.
It's with great fondness and a lot of respect that I remember Dr. V. Parameshwar, or Parameshwar Uncle as he was known to us. So, such a great personality, and words hardly do justice to him. But I have a long association right from my very early childhood, when I used to spend a lot of weekends in their house. I remember him as a very warm-hearted person, always a lot of kind words, always a lot of wisdom for all of us, and he was very much a part of my childhood, and I've been very much influenced by him. Of course, as a doctor, he's been my inspiration and role model.
ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಕೊಪ್ಪ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥಪುರ ಎಂಬ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ವಿಶ್ವಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತರಾದ ಪರಮ ಹೃದಯಿ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಮಾವಯ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಇಬ್ಬರೂ ಬಾಲ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬೆಳೆದವರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪ್ರೀತಿ. ನನ್ನ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮುಗಿಸಿದಾಗ ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೂ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದೆಯವರೇ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಗುರುಕುಲ ಮಾದರಿಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಪಾಠಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 2 ವರ್ಷ ವೇದಾಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಿದ. ಕೊಪ್ಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯಾದ ನಂತರ ಗುರುಕುಲ ತೊರೆದು ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು ಅವನ ಬದುಕಿನ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ತಿರುವು. ಇದು ಅವನ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಂದಿಯಾಯಿತು ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರು.
My grandfather was a brilliant man and a gifted physician, and to me he was my loving and supportive tata. Living in the States, I only had the opportunity to see him around once every 2 years, but when I did get the chance, I've cherished my time with him greatly. I miss him a lot, and I wish he could see me graduate college and beyond. And I want to make him proud. I hope to, and I would be honored to just make a fraction of the impact that he made on the world. Thank you.
My grandfather was a very kind, loving, and wise person, and he was such a cheerful and positive person to be around. He always called me his favorite granddaughter because I'm his only granddaughter, and he will always have a special and important place in my heart.
I really miss Tata, and I'm happy I got to see him in Bangalore in December. He really liked the shield project I made in the start of the school year, and the motto says, "Never give up."
I love Tata and I miss him. Tata gave me really good huggies and I miss his huggies.